Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jenny and today I have a very exciting video for you. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions of the Besame Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs palette. I am a Disney fanatic and I love all things Disney, so when Disney and makeup collaborate, it's like a dream come true for me. In the past, my very first video actually, I did a review of the Lorac Beauty and the Beast palette. I will link it up here in my little eye area if you're interested in seeing that. I think that's still available. I'm going to do an eye look with this palette and then I am going to go ahead and show you swatches and give you my first impression of the shadows. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So to start, I want to talk about the packaging and the items that came with it. So when you first open the box that it came in, you got this cute fake newspaper called the Besame Bugle. Look how cute that is. It is so cute. It looks like a real newspaper and it just talks about the Disney collection and it having to do with the 80th anniversary of Snow White. Down here it has like a cute little word search like an actual newspaper would. And then on the back it tells you all about all of the items. Can you see that? There you go. It tells you all about the rest of the items that are going to be in this collection. I really want the handheld mirror. But so I thought that that was a super cute addition to come with the palette. Now let's get into the actual palette. It comes in this pretty little sleeve, which I am going to keep. I don't know that I'll display my palette with it on, but it's a really nice sleeve. It has the pretty shiny gold on it, and then on the back it has the little apples that have the colors in it, which is super cute. And then, ooh, the most beautiful palette ever created. I love how they did this to look like the book. You know how at the beginning of the movie it's like the storybook that they open and then the story begins? Here, let me see if I can find a picture. Yeah, here is like the comparison picture. Everything is the same except Snow White isn't on the original, obviously. I think it's really cool that they mimicked that from the movie, and then the spine just says Besame on it. It's super cute, and then a little crown on the back. So it's just nice and beautiful and wonderful and magical. So then when you open the palette, it comes with a mirror, very similar to the Beauty and the Beast palette, and it also comes with a cute little bookmark. So then right here it has Snow White, and then it has this little plastic sheet on it that you can peel back, and it shows what colors were used for what. They used the color scheme from the original movie and like the color swatches that they actually used in the inks and the coloring during the movie. So I think that that's really cool. And so then you can flip that page, and then on the next set of pages it tells you how to get Snow White's look. So it tells you what shadows to use, the blush that they made, and then the lipstick that is called 1937 Snow White Red. And on the other side it just tells about how they used the original coloring from the movie for the eyeshadows and stuff. And I think that's really super neat. And then we get to the good part. Look how pretty! Over here it breaks all of the colors down into the iconic outfit, so the regular Snow White outfit that we all know. And then the Rags outfit, which is what she's in the beginning. It tells you like her skin color, her eyelids, their lips, inside of her mouth even. So I think that that's really neat. It has a nice little plastic divider between the actual shadows in the book to protect the shadows and to protect the page. So I think that's really nice. And here is just a close-up of the shadows themselves. Ugh. So pretty. So now that I've given you a grand tour of the palette, I'm going to go ahead and apply them to my eyes. I have not tested these at all. I have not tried them on. I just got it in the mail today. I will say I've swatched 2 shadows because I could not help myself. I had to swatch something. So without further ado, let's get started. So I have already set down a base, which was the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. So I've really been enjoying this lately, but that's not what this video is about. So let's go ahead and put the shadows on. To start, I think I'm going to go in with Pastel 10. Oh gosh, this is so awkward to hold. Okay, with Pastel 10. Ooh, it's this one right here. Okay, so I'm just going to take my flat shadow brush and I'm just going to put this all over where I put the primer, which was from the lash line to the brow bone. Taking a fluffy crease brush, I'm going to go into the shade Rose, there it is, Rose 300, that one in the corner right there, and just kind of, that's the one I swatched. I'm just going to kind of put this in the crease for a little bit of color. It's very, very similar to my skin tone. So far, they feel very soft, and can't really tell on blendability yet because they're so light, but I mean, it looks like it's blending. Next, I'm going to go into the shade Saddle 104 and just put that into my crease as well. And probably into the outer V too. To my knowledge, I don't know that Besame has made eyeshadow palettes. If you know that they have, correct me in the comments, please. But as far as I know, they just make kind of like, they make face powders, and of course they make lipsticks. They're known for their lipsticks. They have that weird cake mascara, right? So I don't know if they have any other eyeshadow palettes. So I don't really know that there's anything that you can compare them to. This is the first Besame product that I own, too, just for future reference. I'm going to go into the shade Saddle. You cannot see. Okay, into the shade Saddle, which is this nice brown color. Saddle 106 is the actual name. And just go over the exact same places that I went in with that. I'm going to start out with these neutral tones, and then I think I'm going to incorporate some of these reds and burgundies. I think that would be pretty, maybe. So now what I'm going to take is this Holly 104 shade, and I'm going to put that into my outer V area and into the crease. I might do the reds on top with blue on the bottom. I don't know. I want to kind of do something fun. I'm going to take a tiny bit of red 14 and put that into the crease too, just to kind of make that a little more vibrant. Taking that small detail brush, I'm going to go into the shade Brick 105 and put that into the outer V for more definition. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I think that these look really pretty. I really like how the burgundies are making my green eyes like pop out real nicely. I'm going to attempt to take a little bit of this yellow Pastel 6 and just kind of put that on the inner half. That looks kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. So I'm not going to do my eyeliner or anything just yet, and before I do my lower lash line, I am going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and then I will be right back. So I went ahead and finished up the rest of my face, and then to start off the eyes, I went ahead and put some Tarte Inner Rim eyeliner in my waterline, just to kind of brighten a little bit. I'm going to take this gray 111 color, and I'm going to run that into the lash line a little bit. Just enough to like look like eyeliner, though. Nothing too crazy. That's a really pigmented shadow. I like that. It makes a really good eyeliner. But just to lay a little bit of color down so other colors will blend, I'm going to take the shade Rose 300 again. Maybe mix a little tiny bit of that Saddle shade in. And just run that all over the lower lash line. For the lower lash line, I'm going to do a pop of blue. So to start, I think I'm going to take this Mist 104 shade, the kind of like periwinkle blue, first. And just run that all over the lower lash line. It's not as blue as I thought it was going to be. That's really pretty. I'm going to go into the shade right here, Royal 111. I'm going to take the Royal 111 color and just put that right on top of that blue that we laid down previously. Just for fun, I'm going to take that bright blue Aqua 108. What did they even use that for? Her hair bow. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Right? Her hair bow was red though. No, it wasn't. It was blue at the beginning. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to take that aqua color and just put it right on top just to kind of brighten that blue a bit. But I'm not going to take a whole lot. So here is the completed look with the mascara and with the lipstick. I don't know that the lipstick actually goes, but I couldn't do a Snow White look with a Snow White palette without putting red lips on. So I hope you like the look. Let's go ahead and get into some swatches. So now that the look is done, I am going to go ahead and do some swatches for you. I'm going to go by row and I will tell you what the names are, of course. The only thing is I think these shadows, while they are very good quality, as you could see from the demo, they are kind of like, and even in the names, they're pastel colors. They're like, so that light kind of tone. So let's go ahead and start the swatches. Starting with the first row, we have Pastel Tin, which is a cream color very similar to my skin tone. Saddle 104, which is also very close to my skin tone. Red 14. Holly 104, right? Yeah. And Pastel 101, which is the really nice pale green color. So here is the first row, and of course these two shades are very similar to my skin tone. Next we have Gray 106, Saddle 106, Java 103, Royal 111, and Pastel 6, which is that nice yellow shade. There you go. So that is the second row. On to the third row, we have Pastel 105, just a nice matte white. Salmon 103, not a very salmony color, more of a tan. Beige 106, hold on, where am I? Okay, yeah. Beige 106 is kind of like a khaki kind of color. And then Gray 111, which is black. And then Brick 105. That's such a pretty color. So here is the third row. And now we're on to the last row. And first we have Rose 300, which is basically my skin tone. Aqua 08. Cocoa 103. Yeah, Cocoa 103. Those look pretty together. Taupe 102. And the last one is Mist 04. So here is the fourth and final row. And the top one up here is Rose 300, and it's my skin tone basically. So here is the final row. That's a really pretty row. I bet that would create a really cool look. So first impressions of this palette, I think it is absolutely beautiful. So far the shadows perform very well. They swatch nicely. They're all very soft and pigmented. The packaging, hello. The packaging is to die for. The palette was $68, I believe, which is steep. It is very expensive. For the novelty of the packaging, if you're a huge Disney fanatic like myself, this is worth it. It really is. I think that this would be a very good deal for you if you like Disney. The shadows seem to be beautiful. I will wear these to work all day tomorrow, and I'll put in the description down below how well they perform throughout the day, so you can have a roundabout idea of how well they wear. For a $68 palette, I think the shadows performed, and I think this is a really pretty look. You also need to keep in mind that these have a more pastel appearance as opposed to a super vibrant, like Urban Decay Electric palette kind of pigmentation. So I think that this palette is beautiful. I think it's spot on to the movie. I think the information that's given with it is absolutely beautiful. I'm not exactly sure when this is coming back in stock. I will link Besame's website down below, and when I find out when it comes back in stock, I'll have that in the description down below too. Anyways, that wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you would like to subscribe, please feel free, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!